electric pressure, electric pressure on surface of charge conductor. Surface of charge conductor. Surface of charge conductor. Electric pressure on surface of charge conductor. Charge conductor. That is the topic. That is a topic. I'm going to take charge conductor. Conductor. Charge conductor. Charge conductor. Electric pressure on surface of charge conductor. That is the topic. Now, this is a diagram. I'm taking this is a irregular shape of conductor. Irregular shape of conductor. Irregular shape of conductor. This is a irregular shape of conductor. This is a conductor. Irregular shape of 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 conductor. This is a irregular shape of conductor. Irregular shape of conductor. So now, charge, positive charge or negative charge. So positive charge is given to the conductor. So positive charge is given to conductor, or either negative charge is given to the conductor. Given to the conductor. So this is a positive charge is uniformly distributed on the conductor. This is a positive charge. This is an irregular shape of body. Irregular shape of conductor. Next, positive charge is given to the conductor. That positive charge is uniformly distributed on the conductor. So next, I'm taking that this is a point. This is a point P1 I'm taking. This is a point P2 I'm taking. This is a point. This is a P1 is outside of the conductor. P2 is inside of the conductor. Inside of the conductor I'm taking. Inside of the conductor I'm taking. See here, is there force is acting, or force is acting, or is pressure is acting? Our discussion is going on. Is force is acting on? Is pressure is acting on? Our discussion is going on. Is force is acting on, or pressure is acting? Outgoing discussion, outgoing discussion here. Okay, come to the point. I'm taking the small surface. This is a small surface area. I'm going to take this is a small surface. This is a area. What is the area? Small surface area. Small element. So this is a small element. This is a ds is surface area. ds is a small element. So this is a ds area vector. Small element. This small element having dq charge. This is a small element having dq charge. Remaining part of the conductor having the charge is q. Remaining part is charge is q. Here, this is a point P1. This is a point P1. This is a point P2. This is the outside of the point. This is the inside of the point. So this is a small element. This is a remaining portion of the conductor. This is a small element of the conductor. This is a remaining part of the conductor. This part having charge dq, remaining part having charge q. Charge q. We have the q charge. Now here, so you see here, this is at this point P, at this point. So this is a small element. This is a small element. This is a small element. Small element having charge is dq charge. dq charge. At this point, so this is a, we know basic point. What is a basic point? Basic point. So this is a positive charge. What is the direction of electric field? Away from it. This is the direction of electric. This is a negative charge. What is the direction of electric field? Towards the field, towards the charge. This is a basic point. I explained this basic point in the previous class. So positive charge. What is the direction of electric field? Positive charge. Direction of electric field is away from the charge. This is a negative charge. What is the direction of electric field? Towards the charge. But you see that this is a point 1. This is a point, P point. At this point, we have to calculate electric field due to the charge. This is a dq. What is the direction of electric field? Direction of electric field is away from the charge. This is the direction of E1. Direction of E1. E1 means E1 is field due to small element. E1 is the electric field due to small element. Next, remaining part. At this point, we have to calculate the E1 due to small element. Next, remaining part. What is the direction of electric field at this point? At this point, this is E2. So E2, this is a E2. At this point, P1, at this point, we have to calculate electric field E2 due to remaining part of the remaining part. So E2 is electric field due to small element is electric field due to remaining part of remaining portion. So U2 is electric field due to remaining portion for this one portion. E1 is at this P1. This is a P1 point. This is outside of the conductor. At this point, E1 is a electric field. This is electric field due to small element. This is a E2. This is a electric field due to remaining part of the charge. Remaining portion of the charge. Remaining portion of the conductor. So this is a small element. This is a positive charge. And this direction of electric field is away from it. The remaining part of the conductor having the charge is positive charge. What is the direction of electric field E2? This is away from the charge. Away from the charge that's outside of the field. Next is inside. This is a P2. This is a P2 at this point. P2 is inside of the conductor. P2 is inside of the conductor. At this point, this is a DQ. So what is the direction of electric field? E1 is what is E1? E1 is the electric field due to small element. Small element having DQ charge. What is the direction of electric field? Away from it. Away from it. This is a direction of electric field is away from. For this side is electric field is this one. For this side is electric field. For this side is electric field. So this is a negative charge. Negative charge. What is the direction of electric field? Towards this side. This side is towards. This side is towards. This side is towards. For I am explaining positive charge. Positive charge. This is a positive charge. So dq is a positive charge. What is the direction of electric field? Away from it. Next, the remaining portion of the remaining. Due to the electric field due to remaining portion of the conductor. Remaining portion of the conductor is electric field is this is a direction. This is a direction I am taking. This is a u2. So why I am taking the direction of u2? This direction is the remaining part of the remaining portion of the conductor is conductor having the charge is this side. Direction of electric field is I am taking. Both are in opposite. Both are in opposite direction. Once again. So this is a dq. What is the direction of electric field at this point? This is a u2 direction. Direction of u2 is this direction due to remaining portion of the conductor having the charge this side. This side. Remaining portion of the conductor charge is this side. Direction of electric field is this side. This is a direction of electric field at P2. This is a P1. This is a P2. This is a P1 and P2. P1 and P2. Okay, come to the point P1. So P1, this is the outside point. So P1 is outside the point. So what is the net electric field? Net electric field is equal to, both are in the same direction, means we are adding U1 plus E2. U1 plus E2. Do you know very well? So this is a surface. This is the irregular shape of the surface conductor having the charges. Surface charge density is equal to charge by area. So Q is equal to sigma into A. Okay. Suppose small charge dq by ds. dq is equal to sigma ds. Sigma ds. This is a small charge is equal to, you can take this is a dq. Nothing else. dq is equal to sigma ds. Next, what we have to do means this is a point P1 is outside of the conductor, and E1 and U2 both are in the same direction. Net electric field is equal to U1 plus U2. U1 plus U2. Do you know very well? So irregular shape of the body. What is the electric field? E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Sigma by epsilon naught. Do you know this formula? So E bar is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is a plane infinite sheet. This is a plane infinite sheet. Do you know this one? Okay. This is a sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So E1 means, what is the E1? General formula, E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. General formula, what is the general formula? E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon. E net is equal to, this is E1 means sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus E2 also sigma by 2 epsilon. So what is answer? 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught. 2 to cancel sigma by epsilon naught. That is E net value. That is the E net. This is the equation number 1. Equation number 1. So what is the E net? E net is equal to sigma by epsilon naught is equal to E net is equal to sigma by epsilon naught is equal to U1 plus E2. U1 plus E2. I'm checking. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. So next, this is a P2. This is a P2 outside, inside. You see, both are in opposite direction. Means E net is equal to E1 minus E2 value. E net is becomes 0. E1 minus E2. So E2 take this side. E2 is equal to E1. E2 take this is equation number 2. Equation number 2 we are taking. Equation number 2. Now, so from equation number 1, so that is E1 plus E2 is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Now you can take, I'm taking E1. E1 is equal to E2 plus E2 is equal sigma y epsilon naught. This is a 2 E2 is equal to sigma y epsilon naught. This is E2 is equal to sigma y 2 epsilon naught. 2 epsilon naught. This is the E2 value. That is a E2 value. This is the E2 value. So force is acting. So force is acting. Force is acting. Force is acting. Force on the small element. Force on the small element. Small element. Small element. So force on the small element. Force on the small element. You see here. So this is a this is a positive. This small element having positive charge. Remaining portion of the conductor having the charge Q. This is a positive charge. This portion of small element having charge. Remaining portion of the conductor having the positive charge. Both are positive. What will happen? It will be repulsion each other. This is a repulsion each other. This part having positive charge. This is a small part having positive charge. This positive charge will repel to this positive charge is this direction. This direction. That is force is acting. What I'm telling here, you see, this is a small part. This is a small part. Small part having small charge. This is a remaining portion of the conductor having the charge Q. This remaining part of the conductor having the charge, this will repel to this small part. This small part move this direction. This small part move in this direction. In this direction. Suppose I'm taking this is a small part. I'm taking a small part. This small part having charge is dq. Remaining part of the portion of the conductor having the charge. This remaining part of the conductor having the charge will repel to this portion, this direction. Next, I'm taking this is a small part. This small part having dq. This is a small part. So this is the remaining part of the conductor having the charge. This small portion having a charge. This positive charge will repel to this charge is this direction. This is moving this direction. This is moving out. Next, the remaining part. Suppose I'm taking this is a small part. This is a small part. This small part having dq charge. Remaining part of the conductor having the charge q. This remaining part of the conductor having the q will repel to this small part of the portion. It will move this. Again, I'm taking this is a small part of the conductor. Remaining part of the conductor, remaining portion of the conductor having the charge q, that charge will repel to this positive charge in this direction. That means force is acting. Force exerted on this small element by the remaining portion of the conductor. Okay, clear? Here, what I'm going to explain. Okay, so this is a small part. This small part having charge dq. Remaining part of the conductor having the charge q. Small part having small element having dq charge. Remaining part of the conductor having the charge q. Small part having positive charge. Remaining part having positive charge. Remaining part having the positive charge. The positive charge will repel to the small element. Small element having the positive charge. Remaining part of the conductor having the positive charge. The positive charge will repel to the small part having the charge. That means force acting on the small particle by the remaining part of the charge conductor. Remaining part of the charge conductor. Remaining part of the charge conductor. This is a force acting. Force is acting on. Force is acting on. Force is acting on small element. Small element acting on small element by her remaining part of conductor, remaining part of the conductor, remaining part of the conductor, remaining part of the conductor. Force is acting on small element by a remaining part of the conductor, remaining part of the conductor, remaining part of the conductor. That means here, so that is a force. This is a force. This force is acting on dq charge. That is a dq charge. That is a dq, small dq or capital dq. That is field is, what is the field? U2. U2 is acting. U2 is acting. U2 is acting. So this is a force. F is equal. U2 means, what is the U2? What is the U2? U2 means sigma by 2 epsilon r. dq means, what is a dq? dq means, what is a dq? dq is equal to sigma ds. Sigma ds. F is equal to sigma into sigma square 2 epsilon r. This is a ds. This is a small force, df force. Df force. So this is a df by ds is equal to what we call, this is a sigma square to epsilon r. Do you know very well? This is a force by area. This is a pressure. Pressure is equal to sigma square by 2 epsilon r. This is a pressure. This is a outward pressure. Outward pressure. Outward pressure. This is a outward pressure. This is a outward force. This is a force. This is a outward force. This is a outward force. This is a outward pressure. Outward pressure. This is a pressure. Our discussion is going on. What is the discussion? Is pressure is acting on the small particle. Is force is acting on the small particle. This is a pressure. This is a pressure is acting on the small particle. This is a force. This is a force is acting on the small particle in a outward direction. In a outward direction. This is a proof. Okay? No doubt. No doubt. This is the topic is very important. No doubt. Okay, what I'm explaining once again, I'm going to explain. Here, electric pressure on the surface of the charge conductor. Surface of the charge conductor. That is the title. That is the title. electric pressure on surface of charge conductor. This is a charge connector, irregular shape of the charge connector. I have taken irregular shape of the conductor. Irregular shape of the conductor. That is the irregular shape of the conductor. Positive charge is given to the conductor. Irregular shape of the conductor. Positive charge is given to the irregular shape of the conductor. The positive charge is uniformly distributed on irregular shape of the conductor. Irregular shape of the conductor. Now, either negative charge is given to the conductor. That negative charge is uniformly distributed on the surface of the conductor. Irregular shape of the conductor. Your positive charge is given or negative charge is given, whatever we have to do. Nothing happens. So here, what will happen? Positive charge is given to the conductor. The positive charge is uniformly distributed on the surface of all irregular surface of the conductor. Irregular shape of the conductor. Okay. So this is the irregular shape of the conductor. Now, here, this is the P1 point. This is a P1. I have to take in P1. P1 is taken outside of the connector. So this is a P2 is taken inside of the conductor. Now, what I'm going to do is here. This is I'm thinking that this is a total irregular shape of the conductor. Now I'm taking. I have to take this is a small element of the irregular shape of the connector. I have to take in small element of irregular shape of the conductor. That is area is that is a ds. That is a small area. This is a small element area. This small element area having charges dq. The remaining portion of the conductor having the charges q. So this part, small part having dq, remaining part of the irregular shape of the conductor having the charges positive charge. Small part having positive charge, remaining part of the irregular shape of the conductor charges q. Both small part having positive charge, remaining part having positive charge. So what will happen? Do you know very well the property of charges? So what will happen? So what is the property of the charges? The like charges repel each other. Unlike charges attract each other. But small part having positive charge, remaining part having positive charge. Both are like charges or unlike charges. We know very well both are like charges. Like charges repel each other. The this is a remaining part of the conductor having the charge q. The q will repel to the small element of the charge dq this direction. That's direction. That is a, okay. So that is forces acting or is pressure is acting. Our discussion is going on. Is forces acting on the small element? Is pressure is acting on the element? That is the discussion going. So finally, we have to prove this force is acting on the small element of the small. This is a force is acting on the small element by the remaining part of the conductor. This is a pressure. Pressure is acting on the small element by the remaining part of the conductor. That is discussed. Now come to the point. Do you know very well? This is the irregular shape of the conductor having surface charge. Surface charge density is equal to Q charge by area. This is a total. This is surface charge density is equal to small charge by small area. dq is equal to sigma into ds. Next, this is we know very well. This is E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught is sigma E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. That meaning the infinite plane sheet gives the electric field. Electric field, that is electric field, that is belongs to infinite plane sheet. Infinite plane sheet. That is we have the formula. Next, at this P point, at this P point, we have to calculate the electric field. So E1 means so we have to find out the electric field at a P point due to small charge. This is E1. E1 is a electric field due to small. This is a small element having dq. This is a P1. We have to find out the electric field E1. This is E1. We have to find out the electric field E1 due to dq charge. It's what. Next E2. E2 is the electric field due to remaining portion. Remaining portion having the charge is dq. At this point, P1, we have to calculate U2 electric field due to remaining part of the electric field. This is the remaining part of the electric field. Do you know very well positive charge means? This is a positive charge. At this point, what is the direction of electric field? Away from. At this point, what is the direction of electric field? Away from. At this point, what is the direction of electric field? Away from. At this point, the electric field is away from it. Away from it. This is a small element having dq. So what is the electric field? Away from it. This is a large part of the remaining part of the conductor. This remaining part of the conductor having the charge is dq. What is the direction of electric field? Outward direction. Next, I'm taking the inside point. This P2. We have to calculate the electric field E1 due to small portion. Small portion having dq. What is the direction of electric field? Downward direction. This is the remaining part of the conductor. Remaining part of the conductor having charge is dq. That is a positive charge. But the remaining part is this side. What is the direction of electric field? This is the direction of electric field. Remaining part. This is the remaining part. Remaining part of the conductor is this side. What is the direction of electric field? I'm taking this side. So at this P point, direction of electric E1 and E2 both are in opposite direction. At this point, E1, E2 both are in same direction. At P1 is outside of the conductor. E net is equal to E1 plus E2. Both are in the same direction. We are adding. So E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. E1 means sigma by 2 epsilon naught. E2 means sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So to cancel sigma by epsilon naught, so that is the E net value. E1 plus E2 is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. And P2 inside the point, E1, E2 both are in the opposite direction. E net is equal to 0. E2 is equal to E1. And E1 plus E2 is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. And E2 is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Now, so force is acting on the element. Force is acting on the small element by the remaining part of the conductor. dF is equal to E2 d2. Sigma by 2 epsilon sigma ds. This is the sigma into sigma square 2 epsilon. This is the ds outward direction. So ds take this side. dF by ds means that is a pressure. This is a sigma square by 2 epsilon. This is a outside pressure. This is a outside. So this is a force. Outside force. This is the top. Next topic, Mark. This is over. Next topic. Next, soap bubble. Next topic is soap bubble. soap bubble, soap bubble, soap bubble. Next topic is soap bubble. Okay, initially, so we are checking when uncharged, when uncharged, uncharged, uncharged. Initially uncharged. This is a soap bubble. This is a radius of the soap bubble is R1. Charge is not given to the this soap bubble. Charge is not given. Charge is not given to the soap bubble. Charge is not given to the soap bubble. Now, so we take the so P1 is a total pressure. Total pressure, total pressure. So what is the total pressure? Total pressure is equal to P1 is equal to, I'm taking. So do you know very well, this is a P naught plus, this is a what we call, this is a atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is acting. This is acting. Atmospheric pressure is inwards. This is the atmospheric pressure. Plus, this is a PT. What is a PT? This is a surface tension. That is a 40 by R. 40 by R. This is a surface. This is a tension. Surface tension. This is a surface tension. So this is a P naught. P naught means atmospheric pressure. This is a PT means that is a 40 by R. This is a P1 pressure. P1 means total pressure when uncharged. So bubble is uncharged. Uncharged means what is the total pressure? P naught plus 40 by R. 40 by R. Suppose in the case number 2, charge. So in the charge. So bubble is charge. So bubble is charge means what is the radius? Radius is increased. This is a R2. This is a charge. Is what is a charge? Positive charge. Already I explained to you. Force is acting on the small element by the remaining parts. What is the force? Force is acting. So what is the pressure? Pressure is outward. Force is outward. Force is outward. This is a force. Force is outward direction. This is a force one. This is a pressure. Pressure is outward direction. You can write so pressure is also outward direction. Outward direction. Radius also increases. This is a force. This is a outward force. Pressure is outward pressure. Outward pressure. This is a pressure is outward pressure. So what is the total pressure? Total pressure. Total pressure. Total pressure. Total pressure is what is the total pressure? So P2 is equal to P2 is equal to 1 is the outward pressure. This is outward pressure means that is P outward pressure. Outward pressure. Outward pressure. Next in what is inside pressure? That is a P naught plus. This is inside atmospheric pressure. This is atmospheric pressure is inside. Atmosphere plus this is what we call this is a PT. PT means surface tension. Surface tension also inside. That is a PT. That is a PT. So this is a total pressure is equal. So P naught plus P naught. Okay. So P naught plus PT means what is the surface tension? This is a radius R2. This is a radius R1. Radius R1. So this is a P outward direction means what is a P outward direction? That is a sigma squared by 2 epsilon naught. 2 epsilon naught. This is a P2. P2 is equal to P naught plus 40 by R2 minus this is a sigma squared by 2 epsilon naught. This is a P2 pressure. Total pressure. Total pressure. This is a inside pressure. Inside. This is inside pressure. This is the outside pressure. Outside pressure. Outside. This is inside. This is the outside. Outside pressure. So radius increases. Size of the bubble increases. Size of the bubble increases. Size of bubble increases. Radius also increases. Radius also increases due to this one. So this is a force is outwards. Force is outward. So force is outward, pressure is outward. So what is the part of this one? This part is this part moving this direction. This part also moving here. This part moving here. This part also moving here. This part here moving. This part else moving here. This part else moving here also moving. You can add this all. What is the radius? Before is radius R1, but right now what is the radius? Radius is increased. Radius is increased. Keep in your mind. This is very important. Very very important. So this is a net force becomes zero means what will happen? Net force become zero. What is happen? What will happen? So net force net force. So P net is equal to P2 is equal to 0. That is a P net is equal to P2 is equal to 0. So P naught plus Pt by R2 minus sigma square by 2 epsilon. That is a P naught plus 4T by R2 is equal to sigma square by 2 sigma square by 2 epsilon. 2 epsilon. That is okay. Keep in your mind. This is a very important. Next topic. Next. Next topic is if a conductor conducting surface placed in electric field pressure. So pressure acting on surface. If a conducting surface placed in an electric field, pressure acting on the surface. Here, this is electric field. This is a electric field. So this is a direction of electric field. So next, I'm taking the conductor. This is the conductor I'm placing. This is a conductor. Conducting surface placed. This is a conducting surface placed in the electric field. Pressure acting on the surface. How much pressure is acting? This is the electric field. This is a conductor placed in a electric field. But how much pressure is acting on the surface? Before I explain the topic. Now I'm drawing. This is a tangent. At this point, this is a electric field. This is a line of electric field. The point. This is a point. tangent. This is a tangent drawn at this point. At this point, the point on this P line. The point on this P line. Draw a tangent. I drawn tangent at this point. At this point. The point on this line. The point on this line. This is can be divided into this. This is that E can be divided into resolved into two components. So resolved into two components. This is axis antigen. This is x-axis. This is a y-axis antigen. Y-axis antigen. This is x-axis, y-axis. So making angle theta. This is a theta. This E can be resolved into two components. E means electric field. That electric field can be resolved into two components. Making angle theta means this is a E cos theta. E cos theta. So this is a making angle theta. This is a we call this is a what we call this is a E sin theta. E sin theta. E can be resolved into two components. E can be resolved into two components. One is perpendicular component. Perpendicular component is equal to E cos theta. Next, parallel component is equal to E sin theta. E sin theta. E sin theta. E sin theta. So here, this is a parallel component. E can be resolved into perpendicular component. Another one is this is a parallel component. E can be divided into. E can resolve into two components. One is perpendicular component. Other one is parallel component. Parallel component is along E bar. This is the E sin theta is along the direction. So this is the E cos theta is this direction. You see, this is a direction. This is a direction. So this is a component. What is the component? This is a E cos E sin theta. E sin theta is along the E sin theta component is along the E bar direction. E cos theta is this is a connector. This is a connector. This is a E cos theta. E cos theta. E cos theta push the conductor in upward direction. Push the conductor is upward direction. Upward direction. Upward direction. Now, so force component. So force component. Force component. Force component acting on conductor. Acting on conductor. But we have here. So this is electric field. Do you know very well relation? So F is equal to EQ. F is equal to EQ. EQ. So force component. Force component acting on the conductor means F is E is equal to F by Q. F by Q. We have the relation. This is the intensity of electric field is equal to force by Q. Force by Q. But I'm thinking that this is a surface, small element. This is a small element surface. Small element surface. This is a small element. That is a ds is a vector, area vector, small element. So that is having charge is dq. That is a charge. The small element having charge is dq. So this is E is equal to cos theta. E cos theta is acting on small conductor in upward direction. In a upward direction. Upward direction. So that is F is equal to EQ. EQ, dq. This is a small force, so df force. df force. df force. So df force is equal to, this is a E. What type of E? This is a perpendicular component or parallel component? Exactly, perpendicular component. Perpendicular component, that is tau dq. So df is equal to, what is the E perpendicular? That is E cos theta. E cos theta dq. This is a df is equal to dq cos theta. dq cos theta. dq. Okay, now. So dq means this is a surface conductor. That is dq is equal to, we know very well, sigma. That is area ds. That is area ds. So dq is equal to, what is the dq? Already I explained. This is This is explained in the previous concept. What is the df is equal to e cos theta. dq means what is the dq? Sigma ds. Sigma ds. df by ds take the side. ds is equal to e sigma cos theta. Cos theta. This is a df by ds means that is the pressure is equal to e sigma cos theta. E sigma cos theta. This is a pressure. This is a force. This is a force. A cos theta sigma. So this is a if a conductor connecting surface placed in a electric field, pressure is acting on the surface is how much pressure is acting? Pressure is E sigma cos theta. E sigma cos theta. This is a pressure. This is a force. This is a force. So this is a small force is acting on the in a upward direction. In a upward direction. Upward direction. So pressure acting upward direction. Up. This is upward direction. Force is acting upward direction. Upward direction.